Hi everybody. Today I'm going to do a little bit of an update with my health and fitness tracker. I haven't actually done very much in this fitness tracker past January. So in December I tried it out. And I used the challenges not very successfully. Just kind of did very few days. And as we moved on, I made it more targeted towards my lifestyle and what I was hoping to accomplish. But what I kept figuring out was that this spread and this layout wasn't really that functional for me. I had to find a way to make it work. So, see, I didn't even finish February. So I was feeling a little bit like this wasn't working for me and my fitness plans were not really going anywhere, like it wasn't functional. So I received a comment on my previous video, suggested I take a look at bullet journaling and trying to make a planner that would work for me by just making it myself. And it comes at a good time because as much as I like this, I was struggling with how to use it. I've heard from a few other people from the planner community that the Recollections brand is no longer making these spiral bound planners. I think there's a bit of an issue with the Erin Condren company, and these have been pulled off the shelves. So it kind of gives me a little bit more time to kind of hone and define what I want in my fitness journal before going back to this and using the stickers and just making it more of like a pretty thing that I do. But I still 100% love this spiral bound cover, at least, and I like the idea of this, but I want to be able to use it in a way that's more effective and I don't feel like it's a waste. So with that being said, I just have, I picked this up from Daiso, and it's just like a grid paper. And I started using it already. I just repurposed a notebook. But you can see I tried to start making this. Of course, I started on the wrong day. I started on a Wednesday, but then I only made 6 days in each week, and so I need to redo that. But one thing that I have taken from my Recollections spiral bound is that 30-day challenges are quite fun for me to keep track of. And what I've started to do is I made up 2 30-day challenges, and I'm just kind of crossing out the days I didn't accomplish it, and I haven't been doing these, so I'll just cross that out. But I kind of took the first week or the first 7 days. I'm just trying to take it as a baseline again, just to give myself some thinking time to how I want to do this, how I want to approach this. The pens that I've just used the Signo Uniball in green black. I used the Juice Pilot pen. This one, I can't find this one anymore, but it's called Sky Blue. For kind of like decoration, I've got this one. It's a pen from Sakura, and it's the Tiara Sparkly. I've also been using the Bordeaux Black and the Signo. And I got one of these Muji pens. So it's still brand new, and I think I might use that. I enjoy having the lighter color pens as a complement to the darker color pens. As well, for any type of bullet journaling, I think a ruler is really necessary. My sister said I should retire this one, so I will leave the trolls out of it. So I'm going to kind of fast forward. Just going back through this, I kept up the goals. I want to do at least 15 days in March, and the reward for each day is I've spent some money on Etsy already, and I want to kind of curb my spending, and how I'm going to do that is by working for money that I can spend. And I'm starting from like the very first time I purchased. So I'm kind of starting at a deficit of money before I can start making money to start buying more stickers. And that, I feel like it works well for me because I feel like this is good motivation for accomplishing some of the 30-day challenges. And down here, I really have some trouble sleeping early at night. And here's just a bit of a tracker for when I will go to bed. The goal is to go to bed at 10. I have not reached that goal in the past few days, in the past 7 days. So I need to get better at that. So I have to redo my weight loss page. This weight loss page. And I think I'm just going to speed through this part, and I will meet you guys back afterwards. Okay, so I realized that when using kind of a bullet journal style planning, there's only so many days that you can do in advance. At least in my opinion, I don't know how to keep moving forward with this now because the day hasn't happened yet. However, I want to go through a little bit of a summary. So what I plan to do for March is I plan to do just have two 30-day challenges. So one is go to sleep feeling hungry, and I have a problem with this because I eat late into the night. So I want to really just curb that. And the Mad Bars workout, oh gosh. So I have a goal of 5 more difficult workouts, so like ones that I'm really sweating a lot or breathing really hard, and it's the minimum, as well as the 10 easy workouts. So something like crunches or maybe like squats or something. That would be the majority of it, where it's not a lot of cardio, I think, is what I define as easy. I also want to just kind of keep track of sleeping times. So I haven't done well. I haven't been doing very well. We don't want it to be starting. I don't know what I did with March 1st, but the higher it goes, technically, the better it is. So I'm not doing very well right now because I've got a lot of low values right now. So what my goal is to be up here. And that goes on until the 31st. The next page I did kind of long ways. I decided this is where I'm going to do some tracking. So if you can see on this side, it says photo, chart, and measure. I already don't remember what chart means. So here is, I would like to do a photo. And I would also like to take measurements. And just make sure that I'm doing those two things. I am planning on using these boxes for tracking either gains or losses. So I really don't want to focus on the number it is, but how much am I losing, if that makes sense. So rather than talk about like how many kilos or how many pounds you're weighing at that moment, I'd like to see it in terms of how much you're losing. And I think that will be more of a motivation for me. When you're just looking at a bunch of numbers, it can be overwhelming and the numbers lose meaning for me. So I think if it's just a simple like -1 or like -0.5 or -0.3, hopefully all minuses, but if it's even a plus, then I know that there's something that I'm doing and I can refer to the daily so that I can make a change. And at the end of the 6 weeks, I've written a space for reward. I think this will just be something to be determined, depending on how well I do. It'll be like something additional that is not a part of the specific 30-day challenges that I have. And then we are over here where it's daily. So I've seen this on Boho Berry's journals where she writes down 24 hours in a block like this, and she will color them in based on what she's doing or what she did. I think this will also help because I can know like what sleeping patterns I've got. And then another thing that's important here is with eating, I want to try intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting means that you are only eating for a small window of time and the rest of it you are fasting in a fasted state. So you can drink coffee, you can drink water, you can drink tea, but you can't be consuming anything with calories. And my brother has done this very successfully, and he thinks that it would work for me as well, but I just haven't been very strict with myself on it. So I'm hoping that this is something that will really just show me exactly like, okay, if I'm not allowed to eat until or whenever it is I last ate, and then I would count forward. So as I get this more fleshed out and the rest of the daily page is more fleshed out, I will come back and share. Or maybe I might just kind of share at the April mark when I make that video. So this is as far as I'm going to take it now because I'm going to be doing this daily. I do feel like these pre-made type of planning systems aren't very useful to people. Me, when I don't have a system set down and I don't have any rules yet, this type of system is too generalized. But thank you so much for making the suggestion of trying to make my fitness planner for myself and not try to stick to these very generalized methods because this might not work for everybody. But when I do have my system right, I think I can adapt it back into this so I can have a nice place to put everything and it looks pretty. That's where I'm at for this trial and error. Like it's a lot of trial and error, I think, to find a system that works well. It is still something that is on the top of my list of things to focus on this year. For 2017, I really do want to take better care of my health, and I think this way where I have to commit to doing it, to being conscious of it and thinking about what I'm doing each day. I think this is very important for establishing routines and making good habits. So thank you again for watching, and I'm actually quite sad that they are discontinuing this. But I guess it's a chance and opportunity for each person who's interested in fitness and their own journey to maybe start something for themselves that they can tweak and change as they go, as their planning style evolves, as their fitness needs evolve. And I'm really starting out small and slow. I'm hoping to build up more momentum and just motivate myself through making small changes that don't seem as too overwhelming. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, if you want me to do an update kind of mid-month or a few weeks in, like a two weeks in maybe, please let me know in the comments. It's already March and I feel like I haven't accomplished that much. And purchasing this, I think it was like $20 or $30 planner, I kind of feel like it didn't work well for me and I could have just gone with a $1 kind of notebook. I guess you're learning always new things and we can learn from each other. And in this community, I hope that you will feel like you're not alone. And I realize that I'm not alone in this. It's really good to know that we can work together and share tips and keep each other accountable and motivated to become healthier and better each day. Thanks for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye.